Hello there people of the world, my name is Lewis Solomons, but some of you may know me as Ginger Ninja 97 or I Quickscope UU, and today I'm bringing you the full completion Easter egg of Pop Goes The Weasel on Mob of the Dead. I hope you enjoy. First off, I'd like to thank Cheese Boy, Cool Guy and Drumscara for helping me complete this Easter egg. Without them I wouldn't be able to bring you this video. Now, let's get into these steps. I know you guys want to get the Easter egg done. I'll go through every part in complete detail so you know exactly what to do when it comes to doing it. So, let's crack on. Step 1 is getting the warden's key. Now, the warden's key can spawn in one of two locations. You'll have to go into Purgatory to obtain it. To get the warden's key, what you'll have to do is, while you're in Purgatory, shock the electrical boxes that I'm shocking. For this video I'll shock both, but really you only have to shock the one that actually has the warden's key by it. Once you've done this, the warden's key can drop down and someone else will have to pick up the key, because you cannot pick up anything while you're in Purgatory. In this step I'll show you how you can extend your Purgatory time for however long you need it. It will never run out. Now, you can see that I'm on the floor in Purgatory running about while I'm doing this step. I've got my friend to start reviving me. When he gets to halfway on the revive, he lets go. But as soon as he lets go, he starts reviving again. What this does is it stops my meter while I'm in Purgatory from going down. As long as he carries on reviving me and then stopping and carrying on again, my Purgatory will last forever. I advise you doing this because without it you could have a very hard time trying to unlock everything, because you'll have to run more rounds to try and get more Purgatory tokens. Step 2 is obtaining the Hell's Retriever. I'll go through each and every spot of where the dogs come in and every other little tip that I can give you to help you on this step. First off, the latest you should start feeding the first dog is by round 4. Anytime after this you'll probably have a hard time trying to complete the Easter egg because you'll have little to no guns. The first dog spawn is found in Broadway. You'll find this by heading in the direction behind where you spawn. You'll have to go up the stairs and it will be right in front of you. Now what you want to do is kill zombies around the dog, and the dog will slowly start eating the zombies. After a few amount of zombies, around 8 to 12, it will disappear. After it's disappeared you want to move on to the next dog, which I'll show you. The second dog is found upstairs in the infirmary off of the cafeteria. Now you'll do exactly the same as what you did with the other dog, just in a different location. I would advise not getting the nuke drops, because every zombie that gets killed by the nuke doesn't affect the dog. The third and final dog is located in the docks. Kill all the zombies until the dog disappears, and then you'll be able to obtain the Hell's Retriever. I would advise each and every player that's playing to get the Hell's Retriever, as it helps with little things like killing zombies and killing Brutus the guard. It can also pick up drops such as max ammos at longer distances. To find the Hell's Retriever, you head over to where double tap is after feeding all 3 beasts. Once you've done this, you'll see that there is a wall that has now gone away and has been replaced with where the Hell's Retriever is. Head over to it and hold square or X depending on what console you're playing on, and you'll finally get it. Step 3 is building the plane for the first time. The first part to the plane you'll find in the infirmary, directly opposite where you've done the dog. The second part you'll find heading towards the docks. What you'll have to do is go into Purgatory. While you're running down the stairs you'll see numbers. At the bottom you input the numbers that you see, and then the bottom will open up. You have to get someone else to grab it though, because remember you can't grab anything while you're in Purgatory. As you can see, I got my friend to grab the part as soon as I inputted the numbers. The third part is located to the far back of docks. You're going to have to go get someone into Purgatory to open up the door. Someone else will have to grab the part, and then the other person in Purgatory will have to open up the door again, otherwise the person that grabbed the part will be stuck. The third part is inside the washing machine down by the showers. You have to be careful because when this activates, it will activate a mini game where loads of zombies will spawn in. You have to kill the zombies. However, I'd be careful because you might still want to keep a zombie at the end of the round. There is still in fact one more part to the plane. However, only one person can carry one part at a time. So what you're going to want to do is head to the roof and build all your parts that you already have onto the plane. The fifth and final part to the plane is located in the warden's office. However, if you do not go into purgatory and activate all these generators, then there will be an electric barrier that keeps guard of this part. This electric barrier will restrict you from getting the part and will end up putting you down. Once you have finished the build of the plane, before heading to the Golden Gate Bridge, you'll want to build the acid kit. Once you have done this, you can then head over to the plane and fly to the Golden Gate Bridge. Make sure each character is on the plane before heading over there, otherwise the Easter egg will not be completable. Once you use the electric chairs and come back to the map, what you're going to want to do is head over to the cells by the warden's office. Inside one of the cells there'll be a poster. You have to remove the poster with your Hell's Retriever. Once you have done this, it will open a hole in the wall to the side of the poster, which you can only go into while in purgatory. You'll get someone or go into purgatory yourself, and there'll be a spoon inside on the floor. You'll shock the spoon until you hear the scream. That will indicate that you're on the right track to completing the Easter egg. Step 4 is getting the blue skulls with a Hell's Retriever. What you're going to want to do is go to each and every place that I go to and throw your Hell's Retriever. Be careful because some of them will be tricky and you'll have to get them in the right place. Every time that you do this, you'll see a blue skull fly towards you as your tomahawk comes back at you. There are a total of 5 skulls overall hidden around the whole of the map. Make sure you get each and every skull, otherwise you won't be able to continue with the Easter egg. Although your character can't see the skulls, if you were to go into purgatory you'll be able to see the skulls glowing blue. Once you have done this step, you're going to go back to the warden's office where you'll find a free blundergat. Someone has to pick up the blundergat, otherwise you will not be able to finish the Easter egg. Once you have picked up the blundergat, what you're going to want to do is head over to the cafeteria where you'll find a table. On top of the table you'll see a spoon. You'll have to throw your Hell's Retriever at the spoon. Once you have done this, the person with a free blundergat wants to head over to where you put the acid kit, where they can convert their blundergat into the acid gat. From this point, what you're going to want to do is rebuild the plane. To rebuild the plane, what you're going to want to do is grab fuel cans from the same locations that you grabbed the previous parts to build the original plane. The lucky thing about this is you will not have to do any of the mini games or any of the purgatory tricks to get into these places. However, the unlucky thing about this is, to be able to get the fuel canisters, what you have to do is start a new round from the previous round that you built the plane on. If you do not do this, then the fuel canisters will not spawn into the map. Once you have done this, you can head over to the plane and then go to the Golden Gate Bridge once again for the second time.
Plane's already filled. We just gotta find a fuel can.
Once you have done this, you're going to want to end the round once you get back into the map so that you can be ready to build the plane once again. Step 5 is doing the numbers. Once you have started a new round and started to build the plane again, head over to the Golden Gate Bridge and come back into the electric chair. This is where things start to get interesting. What you're going to want to do is head over to docks, where you have to input the numbers in purgatory to gain all the plane parts at the beginning. You'll see and hear that the numbers are flickering and shifting around. What you're going to want to do is either get yourself or a friend to go into purgatory to be ready to input these numbers. The first number you want to put in is 101. The second number is 872. The third number is 386. and the final number you want to put in is 481. Once you have done this, the numbers will disappear and the lights will go off and you'll start to hear someone speaking. This means that you have done this correctly. You'll probably have trouble inputting all 4 numbers in one purgatory unless you use the tip that I gave you before, where someone revives halfway and then stops reviving. I would advise doing this, otherwise you're going to find this step very hard. Once you have done the numbers, an audio tape starts to play. This is what it says.
So you want to know
My name is Stanley Ferguson. I was a guard at Alcatraz from 1933 to 1942. Today, I'm going to give you some insight into one of the more interesting tales from the prison's history. Over the decades, Alcatraz has seen more than its fair share of daring escape attempts. However, few were as audacious as the one undertaken by 4 inmates on New Year's Eve, 1933. Thought to be the brainchild of an inmate by the name of Albert Arlington, the outrageous scheme was as unlikely as its mastermind.
I'm going to fast forward the next part, 1, because I don't want to spoil it, and 2, because I know you want to get this Easter egg done. So what you're going to want to do is head up in the direction towards the roof. On your way, you'll see drops. They're kind of like max ammos, however, they have headphones and they never run out. They will never disappear and you'll be able to collect them. You'll have to collect these one by one in turn. They will not all appear at once. Once you collect one, as soon as the audio goes, you'll be able to collect the second, and so on. You'll follow these headphone drops up onto the roof, where then you'll have to proceed with the second part. If you get to this part correctly, it's almost impossible to mess up. You have basically now completed Pop Goes the Weasel. Make sure you have done each and every steps, and if you have any questions, comment down below. I'll be sure to help you out. What you're going to want to do is finish off the round and then get every single character to go into purgatory down below the room in the roof. Once you have done this, what will be able to happen is you'll be able to fly the plane over to the Golden Gate Bridge in purgatory. It is important that you do not build the plane for a 4th time. All you have to do is go into purgatory, head over to the plane, and the plane will already be built. Even though it doesn't give you an indicator to go onto the plane, hit square or X depending on the console you're playing on and you should be able to go onto it. This is the end of Pop Goes the Weasel. What actually happens is the Weasel and the other 3 characters have a fight on the Golden Gate Bridge till death. This will end the round of zombies and the game will be over. I'll let you see what happens when we do this from both points of views. Now, it is important that whether you kill the Weasel or the Weasel kills the other 3 characters, you will still get the Pop Goes the Weasel achievement. This is us completing Pop Goes the Weasel. Once it says that the cycle has been broken or the cycle continues, you will get the trophy or achievement after killing the Weasel or the Weasel killing the 3 characters. This is the end of the Easter egg and probably the most easiest way to do it. Make sure you do each and every step that I show in the video, otherwise you're going to have a hard time and probably mess up the Easter egg. Now, please leave a like and a favourite for one of the most detailed Easter egg video guides on YouTube. Subscribe for even more gameplays, montages and zombie videos. If you're having trouble with any parts of the Easter egg, leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to help you guys out. We'll have a lot more zombie videos to come, so make sure you do subscribe. I've been Lewis Solomons. This is the Pop Goes the Weasel Easter egg guide. Peace out. Goodbye.